ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of your Atmakaraka sun in the fourth house of your birth chart. As in what happens when sun, which becomes the Atmakaraka, meaning it has the highest degree in your birth chart. Okay, meaning closest to the 30th degree point. And as always, if you do not know, if you have sun as the Atmakaraka, what planet might be your Atmakaraka, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, karisastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching the Nandi Nadi course, and you'll find my Vastu, Vimshotri, and including the whole basic astrology course there as well. So, Sun in the fourth house in your birth chart as the Atmakaraka. See, Sun can be in your fourth house, but if it's not the Atmakaraka, it's not going to give the same results. Okay, it's probably going to give 50% of that result. So one thing you have to understand when Sun becomes the Atmakaraka, meaning there's this continuous lifelong responsibility. Lifelong responsibility as long as the individual is the king, meaning whether you're a man or woman and you have sun as the highest degree, until literally your retirement age, you're gonna have to continuously work like the king. Because remember, whether it's presidents, prime minister, or back 600 years ago, 400 years ago, when you had kings, even like 150 years ago, they had kings in certain countries, like actual, like real kings, like you would see in period pics now. The king has to have the maximum amount of responsibilities. They have to deal with every aspect of the kingdom. Every single decision about the life itself goes to the king. Whether it's a water well that wasn't working at one corner of the village, whether it was wild animals hunting the goats and the cows, okay, or the chickens, the person will come to the king. Hey, help me out. What do we do here? Whether it was another army trying to conquer the land, king was fully integrated in this whole process of, the kingdom. So when a person has sun, you will see fourth house naturally represents the kingdom. Fourth house is where you stay. Like, for example, this is the home. In the home, the Atmakaraka sun will be fully integrated with its responsibilities. Fourth house represents the homeland. Okay, so no matter where this person is, they're going to have the maximum amount of responsibility of people of the homeland. So in new age, on this particular age, someone could be far away, yet they're going to deal with the responsibility of taking care of the people, solving their issue. So when sun is in the fourth house, this person is naturally here to solve the issues of people of the homeland. Solve the issues of the home, meaning nobody else is going to be dealing with the responsibility except the person with the sun as the Atmakaraka in the fourth house. So let's say, for example, like you have a husband. Husbands are known to, like, okay, let's say do the housework, and like they're supposed to mow the lawn. They're supposed to do the plumbing issues. They're supposed to carry the heavy load. But if you have sun as the Atmakaraka, as the wife, you will see, and your husband, let's say, has moon or Mars or Jupiter as the Atmakaraka, there will always be, under your guidance, you will be the one who's going to have to initiate those particular things. You're going to have the responsibility of the household, taking care of the mortgage, taking care of the bills, the internet bill, the cell phone bill, the your streaming service bills, the water bill, the sewer bill, okay, the taxes, everything, you will feel like it's upon your shoulders. And especially when Sun as the Atmakarka is in the fourth house, one thing we see here is that this person comes through the lineage of the kings from the previous past lives, meaning they have experienced. This person has experienced what it's like to be the king and take care of things. Because remember, just because somebody who's a billionaire in this life, multimillionaire in this life, please do not think that, oh, they're just going to die and they're going to carry on with their wealth. No. Sometimes what happens is the person will not ever be known. Like, for example, you can take Winston Churchill, Lincoln, Gandhi. They could be just living an average life in some country and just being that average person, because now in this life, they're dealing with certain karmas from other lives that may not have anything to do with them being this important individual. Okay, so that's something you have to understand. You have to ingrain that, because many people do think that, because I get those type of questions that, hey, if somebody who's like famous, somebody who's like, oh, this important individual, are they going to carry on that? No, they're not. You have to see the wave, the vibration of the universe. Everything is up, everything is down. So sometimes based on the karmas, even if you were a great, huge, wealthy person, but if you didn't do good for the world, you're going to have to deal with that average life. And especially because it's the fourth house, you will see with Sun as the Atmakaraka, no matter where this person is, this person could be 2,000 miles away, could be 50 miles away, could be 40 miles away. They cannot stay away from the home. They will start to feel antsy. They will, like you will see with the Atmakaraka Sun, if they even go in a hotel, because of the fact, I just want to get away for 2 days and I've got a work conference and I don't need to be here, but most people will be like, hey, I got 2 days free in the hotel, I'll stay. This person will be like, oh no, I'm checking out, I'm going to go home. Because of the fact the soul, Sun, which is soul, okay? Even especially as the Atmakaraka, it becomes double the soul. No matter where the king is always going to be worried about the home. They're always going to feel more comfortable in their kingdom, because that's where they feel that royalty. So you will see this with the Atmakaraka Sun. No matter where you go, you either quickly want to get back to your home. You'll always be thinking what's happening in the home, because I know people who, let's say, get away to some place, some resort, and they're like, I don't know what home is. I don't care. I'm here. I'm enjoying this beach. I'm enjoying this shoreline, and I'm having my pina coladas. You will never find that with the Atmakaraka Sun. Atmakaraka Sun, even when they're outside, they're working related to the home. They're dealing, like, the thing you got to understand with Atmakaraka Sun, this person has to work continuously. There's no days off. Meaning, if you think that, okay, well, you can get 2 days off, it's the weekend. No. And this usually will happen. So 0, 12, 12 to 24, 24 to 30. So literally from 38 onwards, you will see this Atmakaraka Sun fully becoming alive. You may not see, if you're watching this as a 20-year-old, 25-year-old, you will not understand this. Once you start that 36th year, from that onwards, you are the Sun Atmakaraka of the fourth house. Nothing else will matter. Even if, let's say, you're alone, no spouse, no kids, no family. If you're away from your home, even if, let's say, you have roommates and you're living and you have your little small bag in a small place, you will be focusing on that space. I need to get back to that space because that's the space I feel comfortable in. And remember, sun in the 4th house will aspect the 10th house. The 7th aspect of the sun will always show where sun's brightness will be. Like, for example, there's this saying in Hindi, diya tale andhera, meaning wherever this lamp is, underneath will always be darkness, but the lamp will brighten everything else around itself. So because the brightness of the sun shows into the 7th house, and then the other brightness going towards the 12th house, and the other brightness going towards the 8th house, the trine brightness. Okay, so every planet will have these trine brightness. So naturally, the sun in the 4th house actually gets that leadership position, that brightening of that profession, the brightening of the status, versus even sun in the 10th house. You will see with sun in the, I know I'm not at the 10th house, but 10th house sun will get a lot of blames on them. Wrongful, rightful, doesn't matter. They will always get some kind of a blame. And that particular sun will always revert back to the 4th house. So because of this, the brightness in these houses, you will see sun in the 4th house in a moksha house. Because remember, trinal moksha is the 4th, 8th, and 12th house. This person will always be thinking, when is it that this duty is going to be over so I can leave the sansar, this churning of the world, and be one with myself. It's kind of like Indra. If you know the story of Indra, at one point Indra wanted to leave everything, its kingdom behind, everything behind, and go into the jungles and be in a complete solitude state where it can find its soul. But the thing is, this sun in the 4th house, the soul doesn't need to escape. The actual duty of the soul is when you take care of the 4th house, every other light is naturally going to take care of itself. When you focus literally within your own home towards your divinity, when you focus internally, when the light of the sun reverses itself, right? That's when we know this as what do you call a giant. I know there's a particular word for the sun when it's about to explode, because it's going to go in. So you will see with sun, when that big fame comes in, when that big notoriety comes in, suddenly the internal black hole becomes active. Now it's saying, okay, now that your expansion is happening, it's all going to come within. So you don't need to escape to the jungle, just within the home. You will find that divinity that takes you to that shunyata, that zero-ness, that nothingness. But here's the thing, with sun in the 4th house, there will be a responsibility of other people. This person cannot escape the fact that, okay, well, I will not get married, I will not have children, I will not have this. No, it's automatically going to come to you. Even if you don't have your own children, you'll have subordinates, you'll have students. People underneath you who are looking for you for guidance. And that's the path that's going to lead you to the moksha, the 12th and 8th house. And when you help other people genuinely, when you care for other people's betterment, naturally that light is going to shine onto the 10th house. This is the Atmakaraka of the 4th house as sun. Because moon will do something different, Mars will do something different. It's not going to be the same story. Okay? So this was my analysis, guys, for sun in the 4th house as your Atmakaraka. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know everything about your birth chart, reports, consultations, or any other link to my academy, you can go to kairosastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.